that according to this BRD, what are those requirements of for handling cookie consent on the websites and I would say various applications?
Right. So I think the core engine of CMS, right, is basically your is the UI, the UI UX. You basically give the user or the data principal, and then there is the in the backend basically a lot of um, invisible, enforceable measures that are taken, right? So I'll break this down into two parts. One is your UX that the customer basically sees from a dashboard, from a preference center perspective, and everything that basically happens in the backend, right? So I mean, the example that you took, right, from a cookie perspective. So this is the first interaction a website visitor will basically have with the website, right? And from a cookie perspective, we've already implemented this in some large organizations. And again, this is very much different from your GDPR, where you basically have to have 22 regional languages, right? Cookie policy just in time to be delivered. And cookies should be basically broken down into like essential cookies, which is like, for example, like your shopping cart persistent cookies or your functional cookies, right? And then there comes the non-essential cookies, which are your analytical cookies or your marketing cookies, right? And you basically have to give your customer a cookie banner, right? Which will have a clear link to a preference center where he will be able to choose, first define what a functional cookie is, uh, which are essential cookies, non-essential cookies like your marketing and analytics, and define them and then give them a very clear toggle, right? And the toggle also has to be basically, it cannot be check marked before, right? You have to let the user do it themselves, right? Yeah, and once they do that, then all the non-essential cookies will basically be blocked out, right? Based on their preferences.
Right. Yeah. So of course, this cookie consent and all of that is much different than GDPR. I absolutely agree, and it's gone into a lot of detail, minute, as small as you said. The toggle button cannot be auto or default tick mark or auto select. It has to be done by
Yeah.
a user. Absolutely. So just
And
to
the
continue with,
meaty, sorry,
yeah.
so just to, sorry to cut you off, but the meaty also the meaty also is basically that Bhashini platform, which basically does a lot of translation for the 22 regional languages, right? So there's like some integrations that the CMS for cookie banner will have does with the Bhashini app as well to record those as well.
Yes, that's right.